Donald Trump was asked about the elections in Greenland. The president said he was pretty confident the U.S. will eventually take over that country. Yes, he said that again. Trump even tried to drag the head of NATO into helping him acquire Greenland. Well, what he did is he started to talk about this, and he was saying how critical the Arctic is to national security, and that's when he took another swipe at Canada. Take a listen.
We're in the process of ordering 48 icebreakers. And Canada wants to know if they could use them. I said, well, you know, you got to pay for them. Think of it, Canada. We pay for their military. You know, Canada pays very little for their military because they think we're going to protect them. But even with the icebreakers, so we're going to order 48, and Canada wants to be part of the deal. I say, you got to get your own icebreakers. I mean, if you're a state, you can be part of the deal.
Well, Joy, slapping us down and harkens back to his approach and his attitude towards President Zelensky of Ukraine when he was at the Oval Office. Now, what about that? What about that U.S.-backed ceasefire? It came up today as well. So where does it stand?
Yeah, the president really wants this war to end. He talks about soldiers dying every day. He sent his envoy, Steve Witkoff, to meet with Russia's President Putin. Trump seemed pretty positive today when he was asked, even though Putin seems to be saying yes, but maybe no to a ceasefire that Ukraine has already agreed to. Trump says he has leverage, but he's not going to use it yet. Here's what he said.
We are getting good signals outside of Russia as to where we are with Russia. And hopefully they'll do the right thing. We've been discussing with Ukraine land and pieces of land that would be kept and lost and all of the other elements of a final agreement. There's a power plant involved.
Sandy, the NATO secretary has formed a pretty chummy relationship with Trump and clearly wants the U.S. to remain in NATO. He was flattering Trump, as almost every leader has, crediting Trump for making NATO stronger by bullying nations to spend more on defense.